So Dana, should I abandon all hope? These rumors kind of got me excited that it could possibly happen. What do you make about what you just heard Khabib say?
I've abandoned all hope, so you should too. He's done. Believe me, I threw the kitchen sink at this kid. Tried to get him to stick around, and I think he's done. I think that he's sliding into this coach's role. He went undefeated in his career and retired undefeated, and now he's undefeated as a coach too. So, the guy has had nothing but success. He continues to be successful, and I think he's moving on to that next chapter of his life.
Dana, even after I heard you say that he was done, after you tried to woo him a little bit, I always thought just because he was so young that as time passed, he might just get that itch. But I mean, hearing you say it, that you don't think it's going to happen, I feel like the fans out there, we should just move on and enjoy some of the other superstar fighters that you have.
100%. Yeah, I think Khabib is done.
Conor McGregor, Dana, had what looks like the greatest rehab of all time. The guy's hanging out with Justin Bieber at concerts. He's at Universal Studios. He's hanging out with famous baseball players and basketball players. You would never know the guy has a cracked leg. Joe Rogan said that he predicted that that Conor and Dustin Poirier 4 would not be next, but instead it would be the trilogy fight with Nate Diaz. Talk to me about that, because you're the man that's going to ultimately make these fights. What are we going to get for Conor in about a year when he finally returns to the octagon?
Exactly. I'm not even thinking about what Conor's going to do next, because it's a year until he comes back. The doctor said it's going to be 9 months before that leg is ready. And, then he goes into camp and et cetera, et cetera. And that's provided everything goes perfectly.
Right.
Who knows what the landscape's going to look like then? Who knows what's going to be happening? So it never even crosses my mind. I don't even think about it.
Have you spoke with him? He looks like he's doing well and things are progressing nicely as well as they could at this point. Is that the case? Has recovery gone as been expected for Conor?
Yeah, he and I have not talked about fighting. We haven't talked about fighting or anything. We talked about his boat, and he hit me up when I was on vacation and, stuff like that. But we haven't talked about fighting.
Is that Lamborghini boat, right?
Yeah. He showed me a video of that thing ripping through the water. It's pretty badass.
Are you going to buy one for yourself?
No way in hell.
Why not?
Let me tell you what, man. Boats are expensive. They're a pain in the ass. You got to really love boats and use it all the time to get a boat.
Yeah, I heard you have some money though, so
I'll rent.